Okay, so another good day. Um, I'm not going to wait too long to reveal how much I weighed in this morning. But yesterday, once again, I done very well with the OMAD. I didn't eat anything after the meal or even after the live stream. And today I'm holding my own as well, and it is all to the glory of God. So I enjoyed doing Big Mouth again. It'd been a long time since I'd done a review with her, so um, there's lots of movies to review. And hello, it's not showing up what you posted there. Where I'm on the laptop, it's not going to show the emojis from a phone. But I'm glad that you got on pretty quick on this one. Notified a little faster. Then wait till more gets in, and then I'll. Oh, okay. Yeah, unless it's a computer emoji, it won't show up the iPhone emojis, which is sucky. Because I'd like to know what emojis people's posting. It's crazy. I'm doing pretty good. Suffering through the heat just fine. But no, I'm doing really well. I am. Just got done enjoying watching some domino drops. I haven't looked at what the temperature is, but I can tell you it's around 100. Easy. I was going to live stream at about 7, but my son's wanting to call around 7, so. What temperature do you prefer? I like heat because I freeze easy, but I do have a limit of just how hot. And now see with the 70s, unless there's a warm breeze, or if it's in the upper 70s, I actually chill. If it's in the lower 70s, I chill. I'm pretty comfortable with upper 70s to mid 80s, even like around 90. But when it starts getting above 90, that's when it's a little hard on me. But I freeze easy. Nothing much. Once again, it's another one of those days that time just flies by. So I really didn't get anything done other than managing to get Big Mouth and that other video done. How's your all's day been? Everybody and anybody who wants to come in. I don't even know what time Julian gets home. We'll have to ask his time schedule. Awesome. But yeah, my son is wanting to call, and he's Eastern time. And sometimes, when it's too hot, you really don't want to do anything anyway. So, but I had done a lot of housework yesterday. I really didn't have anything to do today. But anyway, my son's Eastern time, and he was wanting to call me around 8 o'clock his time, which would make it about 7 o'clock for me. And so I thought, no, I can't live stream at 7. I'm going to bring it back by 2 hours. That way there's enough time for us to have a good chat. So we go by Central Time. So right now it is like going on 10 after 5. According to the computer, it's 5:12, but my watch is, I guess my watch is a little slower. Yep. So, yeah, I'm going to have to definitely check what time Julian gets in from work. I know he commented on the video, but that doesn't mean that he's home. And if he is home, that doesn't mean that he's gotten the notification. So we'll just kind of give him a little bit more time. Hello, Ian. Great to see you. I checked out Hin's video, him being so tickled for reaching 50. And I found Anthony on Instagram and told him we missed him on the live stream last night. And he said he missed that. He was wanting to come on the next one. So I don't know if we're going to get Anthony or not. And we'll see if Hinton shows up. Tell you what, I like having young people on here too. It's interesting. It's kind of cool to see just what even the younger generation's interest is. Now give it just a couple more minutes for more to come in, and then I'll say how much I weighed in this morning. We won't wait much longer. I like to try not to wait too awful long on these because where the live streams are so long, anybody who watches the playback, I don't want them to wait too awful long to hear just how I'm doing with my weight loss and stuff. Yesterday, it took too long for me to reveal that. I don't even know if anybody had gotten it other than all of you that came on the chat. Yeah, I'll go on ahead and give you that. Hello, Mary. Yins need to see her newest video. Have you all, are Yins aware of the mukbang where people just talks and smacks their mouth while eating crunchy stuff and things? I mean, it's annoying. Mary has got a video on the opposite, which is called Bonchon, and she's got a challenge for everybody to do a Bonchon. So I am thinking how to do a Bonchon. That would be something interesting for me to record while eating it. I just got your notification, Mary. Thanks for that reply. I'll respond to that later. It would. It would. That would be interesting. And I could almost see me doing OMAD as a bonchon. I could. Like, I like doing my curry chicken on a bed of lettuce, on the spring lettuce. I could imagine me taking the leaves, tearing them up to a certain size, and putting a piece of chicken and having them all laid down like that. I'm trying to think of what little cups I can use to put my cream of wheat in. What do you like to read? I love to read. I love reading. Yeah, we do need little tiny dishes. I've got the little dishes like what you would put a teacup on, something like that, or dessert plates is or what they are. They're dessert plates. You know what? That would really portion my OMAD meals too. It sounds familiar, but I'm not quite positive. It does sound familiar though. Now, I might be thinking of a game or I'm not sure, a show or something, but that seems familiar. Nikki, don't make me remove your wrench, girl. That was an accident, Ian. Yeah. Why do you read too much or you don't like it or what? Go on ahead and tell us what that is, Ian. Nicole didn't mean to delete that. That was an accident. She's bad about doing that. I shouldn't have given her the wrench back, seriously. That is so dangerous. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know that there's a specific rule of how much to read. You didn't do anything, Ian. Nikki's bad for that. She's really bad for that. When she had another account, is she was timing people out. You're lucky she didn't time you out. She just deleted your message. She didn't mean to do that. That was an accident, I promise. I promise. You're okay. Go on ahead and tell us what that divergent is. Man, I don't want to take your wrench away, Nicole. I'm trusting you this time, girl. Ooh, man, you must have a tiny screen. We don't want to blame it on those fingers. You must have a very tiny screen. Yeah, she manages to get everybody somehow or another. So while we're waiting for an answer on what the divergent in is, I weighed in this morning at 175.1. So I'm back up a pound and 3 ounces, is it? But that's okay because I did drink 3 miniature cans of soda. I think she is using a phone, more than likely. But I tell you what, it's very easy to make a slip on a phone. Very easy, especially if the screen is small. But as far as it goes for the weight gain, I'm okay with that because I also measured my waist and my lower belly. And I've almost lost, let's see, in my waist, I went from 5/8 to 3/4. So that's almost a complete inch off of my waist. And I went from 1/4 to 3/4 on my lower belly. So I went down 2/4 on my belly. So I was 33 5/8 on my waist. Now I'm 32 and 3/4. And on my lower belly, I was 37 1/4, and now I'm 36 3/4. So um, I could be gaining muscle, but I'm not doing too awful much to gain it. So I don't necessarily blame muscle gain for it, but like I said, I did drink 3 sodas yesterday. They're just mini cans, but I didn't have enough soda to satisfy me, so I ended up drinking 3 of those minis. And so I'm just thinking it's from the soda. Other than that, it's fine. There's a 4-part book series in post-apocalyptic Chicago. This city is put into different groups called factions based on their skills. There is a war that breaks out. Very fun to read. You know, it seems like my son plays a game that's something about that. He is big time into video games, my son is. Well, just keep those portions cut down. I tell you what, you'll be able to lose that weight, Mary. I make mistakes on my phone too. Yeah, it really does sound familiar. I love to read. Well, you know, for any of us, we already know that Mary doesn't read enough. More tiny meals, or like maybe only eat 2 meals a day, or you can mix it up. Either you can eat very tiny meals 3 4 times a day. It's according to how many calories and how small that meal. Like for instance, the banchan, you could eat 4 of those, maybe even 6 of them, because that's a small portion right there. But I'd say it was very small calorie too. So something like that, or just regular size meals and eat like 2 of them. Anything, you can work around with it until you're satisfied and you're seeing results. You just got to work around with it. For me, I love to read, and I have got 2 authors that I absolutely love, and I read their books. Oh, wow, that was a long time ago. I don't read that often, but once I pick up a book, I can hardly put it down. Have you ever heard of Frank Peretti? I love his work. I love his books. He's a Christian author. He writes books on it's cool what he writes. They're books. It's kind of got a scientific twist like to them. I'll tell you in a second. And but his work is kind of like a scientific fiction type twist. I mean, they're not all like outer space stuff or anything. It's got to do more like with odd things, but there's a moral behind it and kind of like a Christian background in it. Some of his books is like The Oath and The Visitation, Monster. Got one, Illusion, and he writes a children's series also. two children's series, which is actually like junior high work. Okay, Nikki. Uh, for like people in junior high and maybe ninth grade, he's got the books, and like two of those is Nightmare Academy and Hangman's Curse. I mean, they are good. It hit my face. But he he used to do a television series that was set for like elementary children, where he had a cool garage light. No, no. All you have to do is be responsible to watch for any trolls that might come in. So, like, all I got to do is click onto you, and I make you a modifier, a moderator, and you get the wrench. And then anybody who comes in who's talking ugly or is disruptive, and we don't need their kind of talk in the chat, because you had asked what we talk about. So anybody who comes in being disruptive or ugly or just blowing off wrong about people and stuff like that, they get knocked out. You can remove them. You can delete their message, just like Nikki done with yours on accident, where she's got the wrench. So that's all you do. If I give you a wrench, that's what you're responsible for, to watch for any people who comes in that's not going to behave on the chat. Have you ever experienced any trolls, like somebody coming on to your comment, saying something that's really bad? I'd say that you know what they are. Absolutely, you got it. Do you want that responsibility? Would you like a wrench? If you'd like to have one, I'd be more than happy to turn you blue. Before long, I'll have nothing but blue on my screen. Well, if you don't like these, I think you're trustworthy. Besides, it might make you feel good just to have the wrench. That way you know that if someone comes in and I don't have my other buddies up here, you can knock them out yourself. I like to say you've got a ball bat ready to whop them upside the head. I'm going to see what you think about it. Let you see how you feel about having some control. All right, there you go, buddy. It's a good responsibility. If Nikki times out anybody or deletes anybody else, I'm going to have to take hers away again. And I don't want to do that. Blue Crew, Mod Squad, yep. There you go, buddy. I believe you will too. I believe you will. You look good, Blue. It looks good on you. So yeah, that's just some of the work that Frank Peretti does. That program that he used to do was pretty cool. He would show clips of like little Bible cartoons and stuff. He was cool. That's not a requirement. That's something special that Mark came up with. We have actually got a few different nicknames for this group. Mark and Nicole and Julian that you met yesterday are part of my Painting Pals and Creative crew. And then we've got the Mod Squad, which is all you blue wrenches, and we've just got a few cute little nicknames for the group. Yeah. I used to like to read just regular, like romance novels, and I kind of got off of that. Now I'm really more into the fictional Christian novels. Yes, Mark is President Trump. Well, so far, President Trump is the only one. His name is Mark, and then and Sensible Well-Being, her name is Mary. Yeah, they've got a little boy, a baby named Reagan. Sensible Well-Being is Mary, and then we've got another one that comes in, Omad Outlaw. His name is Don. Other than that, we all pretty well use the first name, use our name. What you need, honey? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, there was Omad Outlaw. His name is Don. And then there was a young man by the name of Hidden. And I think Hidden came in after you left. And then there's All American Grandpa. His name is Dave, but we all call him just Grandpa. Yeah, we're still missing Julian yet. He'll come in as soon as he gets the notification or he gets home from work or whichever it is. He'll come in. He'll be here. He's a sweet guy. He's a really sweet guy. He's got a cool boxer by the name of Luna. He does live streams on Tuesday and Thursdays. And then he does little vlogs where he shows Luna off. He'll do a little bit of talking while taking her out or show giving her a bath or something. Um, Let me see here. I'll send the link to your newest video so you can be looking for that. He's doing his live stream right now. Okay, I'll send you this one because this is just one of his vlogs. He's live streaming right now. Buddy, I never did subscribe to you. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Anyway, I am giving you this link. I'm putting it here on that one video. All right, there you go, Ian. You've got Grandpa's link now. Thank you very much, Mark. Okay, good. Well, you guys are definitely faster than me. I had to go through all that work. But you have to remember, I'm working on this laptop, having to do this live stream. You all's on your phones, just going ahead, zip, zap, zoop. You know, you get it. Nope, just Amy. That's my full name, Amy Beth. And Beth is just Beth, not Elizabeth. I like my name. It's so simple. I tell you what, it's a lot easier that way. I prefer knowing the names too. And I can always appreciate a channel name or a username. It's cool. But I love knowing people by their name. So much easier. You know, we've got a 13-year-old, 15-year-old, and a 16-year-old if we'd ever see Mitch again. And Hidden, I'm thinking he might be about 12. 12 or 13. I still haven't watched the video yet on the disorder that he's having to deal with, but I did watch his video about, I'll tell you in a second. I watched his video about being excited about reaching 50, his thank you video. So yeah, he's about 12, 13 years old. 14 at the oldest, but I don't think so. So, as I just said, Hinton is anywhere from 12 to 14 years old. There is Tatted Hearts. He's 13. Mitchell's probably 17 by now. I wouldn't doubt that he is. I'd say he's already had a birthday. So yeah, I've got some young friends here too. You would love Mitch. You would. He is one cool kid. I wonder if he ever figured out that you wasn't the real president, Mark. He may do so. Yeah, we never corrected him about it. Rich, I knew that Mark wasn't the real president, but I never did bother to ask his name. So I would always just call him POTUS and stuff. And, you know, we went on with the name. And Mitch was always saying, "It is such a privilege, sir, So great to meet you, sir. I love talking to you, sir. He was so overwhelmed about it. It's not that he's slow, it just he didn't realize. He didn't realize. But now there's another one that comes on, Chris Peck, and he said that he thought that he was the real president too. Now, the first time I saw President Trump, he had commented on one of my videos, and I thought, no way. So I looked, and then First Lady subscribed, and I thought, I looked, and they didn't even have any videos or anything. They were just viewers. I thought, this is just somebody that's using the president's name. But it was fun, just calling him POTUS and her FLOTUS, but everybody pretty well knew. Yeah, I know that. Now, I hope he does come back. He was a great one in the group. We all miss him. He might have just been going along with it anyway. I really don't know if he truly believed it or not. But I tell you what, it would be cool if President Trump would subscribe me and comment. That would be neat. But see, where a lot of people uses like his avatar and like his name and stuff, anything that he titles like his social media, he always puts the real President Trump or the real Donald Trump. That way people knows it's him. That's right. That's right. I remember him. I remember him. He didn't stay on very long. He didn't stay on very long at all. Him and Nikki was always at each other's throats. It's possible. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that if President Trump was to really subscribe to me, he would be using the real Donald Trump. He's a respectable young man. I like that. It's always good to see young people that still has some respect. This was some time ago anyway, bud. This I started the coloring, I don't know, maybe August of last year, something like that. And I didn't think I would even have anybody come on and help me color. And next thing I know, I was getting all kinds of viewers come in and help me color. But the ones who was the few that was the most faithful was President Trump here, his wife, and Julian, who came in a little later, and one called Rogue Exploration. And Grandpa showed up a lot, but I only had a few faithfuls. If I ever become able to do the iPhone or the tablet again on stream, yeah, we may start that. But boy, I better be up to coloring again because I wore myself out with that. It sure is, Mark. I agree with that. Let's see, who else did we have that was faithful? I'll look on my list here. The Brights came in on 2 of the pages. We also had Pretty Boy Clan, whose name is Joe. Of course, we had Michael Green's belly flab. His name was Levi. Levi was faithful too. He stayed on. Well, the two that you see up here on the wall, up here, that one and that one, those two, are two of my paintings. Belly flab, he went by Michael Green's belly flab. It was a mockery of another person's videos. His real name is Levi. He stayed pretty regular along with Mark and Nicole. Let me turn this so that you can see more of my paintings, because I love to paint. So this is just more of them. The flag and some more of the little landscape over there, and there, my panda. That's an evening. That's an abstract over there. And then, like, here is my hubby. I painted that off of a photograph that I took of him. And then I've got some paintings up here. And those are mine as well. And then I've got some down on the floor. Those are more or less disregards because, like, I don't like them. They're not my best. Yeah, he did. Matter of fact, the very last one that he was on, the very last stream he was on, was when I done the waterfall. Let me get the ones that I call discard. I've painted even more than what I've got here. I've given a lot of them away to, like, my mother-in-law and some to my family in Kentucky. Yeah, that's right. You do work like that. I remember you doing the your fish tank. It was really good. So this one here, I really love this one, and it's got John 3:16 on it. Now I keep this hung up on the wall. I love this one. And it's all metallic paint. You can't see it, but every bit of it's metallic. And then I've got this, which I call one of my discards. It just turned out to be a flop. I don't like this one at all. It's a flop. So I keep this one hung up behind the door. This is the very last one that I had done live stream. I mean, the other ones I painted offline. I recorded them, but I didn't live stream them. And this one was the last one that Mitchell got to watch, and he helped me name it. Him and Money Magnet. They named it Miracle Waterfall. But I called this a discard too because I could make waterfalls look even better than that. No, he's just not been on for a long time. That's all. He's not a troll or anything. He just he doesn't come in and watch no more. He might have got his account hacked, or maybe he's into other things now and he doesn't watch YouTube. Who knows? Actually, it's not bad. I mean, painting live stream, you can't see what's going on in the chat, but at least they can watch you paint live. So, you know, it's hardly any different from painting on TV or something. This was an attempt I was watching lightning occur or no, I'd watched somebody's video and they had captured lightning on their video. So I attempted to do it, and it's so dark, so I considered this a discard as well, just because it's too dark. Well, ain't no problem there. If you don't want people to watch, then just paint privately, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Could be. It could be. Who knows what the reason is? And then this is my last discard. Because, like, I love the beach with the shells, but my palm tree sucks. So this is another discard. But the ones I've got up here on the wall, I'm really proud of. And the ones that I have given away, I have even painted some by request. My mother-in-law had requested, and I painted for her some requests. I have painted a picture of her and her husband, and I've painted a picture of hubby when he was like 4 years old, but it makes him look more like about 10. And I painted my father-in-law when he was in ROC, I think. And then I've painted me holding Miss Catherine, which was so pathetic, but my mother-in-law wanted it anyway. And I've given away some very beautiful landscapes to my kids. Yeah, I believe that. About the lightning being difficult to capture on the canvas. It is. And I was expecting it to really look good, but the colors are all too dark. I have sold them to my mother-in-law. So far, no, well, my mom bought one off of me. So I've only sold like maybe 3 or 4 to my mother-in-law and one to my mom. Yeah, I could, but I kind of got discouraged where I failed on the palm tree. And I have done a palm tree and it looked a lot better. I'll show you my better one here. And this is a nice beach. So this one, I done the palm tree right. And like, you know, here's a washed out rock like in the middle. And so we've got the waves crashing all through it. Here's the beachfront. And in gold lettering, I put mine and my husband's name like we had carved our names in the beach, in the sand. So this one I like. Sure. This one my mother-in-law painted. She's a painter. My mother-in-law is. She actually encouraged me to start painting. But this is just one of them. Basically, she does abstract. She really doesn't do figure painting or anything like that. Hers is all abstract. I took inspiration to try to paint from Bob Ross. I love him. Well, next time I see her, I'll tell her that. But yeah, I used to watch Bob Ross years ago, and I always loved watching his paint. And so I took inspiration from that and thought, I want to paint so bad like him. Now, I don't even come close to painting like him, but he also used the oil. I only use acrylic, but a lot of the techniques that I use Oh, okay. uh, I don't watch him anymore, but I need to. I need to keep up on him so that I can improve my own skills. And the really bad thing about using acrylics over the oils is the acrylics dry fast. So any work that I do that's similar to his, I have to work a little faster. And so it doesn't quite come out like his. But I believe if I worked with oils and copied him precisely, I could probably come pretty close. Yeah, he does. I have seen him do so many different kinds. I loved it when he had made the oval painting. And it was so cool how that he would put the white tape around it to make that oval so that when he removed it, there's that. And it's ready to put in a frame. I mean, it's so cool. I love watching his work. Broke my heart when he finally passed away. Okay. Boy, you really do watch him. And he's easy to find. You pull him up on YouTube. I've watched his son paint once when he was a guest on the show. And he's good too, but he doesn't have that same softness to him that his dad's got. But his work is good. I'd rather just watch Bob though. He does have that kind of voice. Yeah. I mean, he is very good with his work. Well, let me tell you a little fact about Bob Ross that you may not know about him that I found out. The reason why he was so soft spoken on his painting show, he used to be a drill sergeant. And of course, being a drill sergeant, you've got to get rough. You have to get down on the soldiers. And so when he got out of the army, he had decided that he would never yell at anybody again. And his hair wasn't curly, it was straight. He curled it, and he'd done that to prove, which I don't see how, but it was to prove that you could get a nice hairstyle without any money. I don't know how the perm proved that, but so he ended up sticking with the perm, and later on he had said that he regretted the perm, but it had become a part of him, and he wouldn't bother to straighten it back out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but imagine how much money he had spent to keep those curls. And he regretted it. He regretted getting the perm. But that's how people associated him was with that. And so he kept the afro. But yeah, that's a good reason not to be soft spoken, isn't it? Because you felt bad for having to yell at people being a drill sergeant. So yeah, just become very soft, so very gentle. I could never imagine him yelling down on a soldier. I could never imagine that. Yeah, he did. He sure did. He often talked about the squirrels while painting. Or like when he would paint, he would say, "And this might be something that a squirrel would be interested in," or "We'll make a nice pine tree for a squirrel to live in," or he was always talking about the squirrels. Um, I think I remember him talking about that. I can imagine him being one with nature. I can imagine him doing that. As far as it goes for the paintings, some has sold at auction, but on the whole part, the families got them. Um, I don't think they've really sold very much, but if you would happen to get hold of a Bob Ross painting, I think they're pretty expensive. That would be something interesting to really dig into and check out about the paintings. Because I'm not exactly positive about it. I do know that when he painted them, he really didn't sell any of them. So I'd say they do, but I'm pretty certain that he really never did sell any of his work while he was alive. I'd heard something about the family having a whole lot of his work, which would make sense, but I wouldn't mind having one of them, honestly. At least just one. All right. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. You enjoy your dinner, bud. Yeah. You know how that he would always smack the paint, the brush against the easel. I don't think I could ever do that. I hate to see you have to go, Mary, but I understand. Thanks so much. I love it when you come in, woman. You're awesome. All right. I'm doing them every day now, Mary. That way I keep up with how I'm doing with my weight loss and getting to other things and stuff. So I'm doing them every day now. You have a great evening. Okay. Well, that pretty well sums it out up in this that Julian didn't get to come in. I might leave this running even after you leave, Mark, just in case Julian does stop in and if I get anybody else. But it's possible that I really won't be getting much of anyone else. It's possible. I know. These streams are going by so quick anymore. Used to it was so hard because there wasn't ever anything to talk about, and now they're just like they fly so fast. I was telling God earlier today, I believe that He brought you people back into my life for a reason, not just for us to enjoy chats and stuff, but I believe there's a reason for yous being back. And I know it's making my days feel better. I enjoyed talking to every one of you. I'll never figure that out. I'll never figure that out. I believe there's a good reason for it too. I really do. I believe that with all my heart. Only he knows what he's up to, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah, Nikki's 15 minutes is definitely longer. Bless her heart. I'm going to run this stream until 15 after 1, after running it an hour. And let's see if I get any more on the stream. If not, I'm going to close it out at 15. I'm wanting to start painting again. I've got some ideas, or at least one particular idea. I might be able to get more ideas from there. I'm thinking, though, that I need some more paints. I've used a lot of paints up. Huh. Well, that's a good reason to go out, though. Honestly, sometimes I wish I was eating more than one meal. Sometimes. But most of the time I feel pretty good that I'm sticking to just one because I don't do very well eating more than one meal. She could be tending to Reagan. There's working tending to little toddlers. Me too. It, if it wasn't me having to watch to make sure that it's a good time for everybody, I would start them even sooner. I mean, I am really enjoying doing these streams. I remember at one time I enjoyed doing them so much, and then I didn't get that many viewers, and it got hard to talk about subjects, and so it became hard. Oh well, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, these live streams have been awesome, very awesome. And you know, even though we talk about different subjects, I can feel the presence of God. There's a peace with these streams. Could be. I'd say that's what she's doing. But yeah, except for when the trolls pop in, there's a very good piece about these streams. And it's really no problem for us to even come up with subjects to talk about, which makes it so much easier to run them. That's the one thing that Kylie always gets on to me about. Talk about anything. Talk about the weather. Talk about the moon. Talk about anything as long as you're filling in the space. There you are. Well, I don't know who she is, but tell her hi. I'm glad that you popped in. I was telling Mark here that I was going to be getting off in another 15 minutes. We've already been running the stream for an hour, and Mark and Nicole's going to be leaving to go for food. They're going to go chow. And you just missed Ian and Sensible Wellbeing, whose name is Mary. We never did get Grandpa in. Grandpa's actually live streaming himself right now. He does Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh my gosh. That's it. You've got to travel 2,000 miles. Come and get me. I've been wanting pizza. I'm going to get me some pizza this weekend, I'm telling you. I have had a taste for pizza since Monday. I don't eat it very often, though, because there's so much carb with it. It's not very satisfying and filling. All right, there we go. We got it. But yeah, because there's so much carb in the pizza, it's not very filling. I mean, yeah, you get full on it, but you're hungry again so soon. And so that kind of hurts my OMAD. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe if I eat 2 slices in a salad with some meat in the salad, I might be able to make the OMAD work with it. Because I love pizza. I love pizza. I used to eat the Totino's party pizza and I would get hungry so soon, even though I'd be full eating a whole one, I would be hungry so soon. And I thought this isn't worth it because I was messing up on that. And there's a lot of calories in a pizza. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to figure that one out because I love it. I love pizza. What's your favorite toppings? I like mushroom and sausage, but I lean more toward just sausage. Yeah, thank you for asking that. Yeah, I want to make sure to have a good time schedule to run these. That way I know a better time to tell my son when he wants to call me. Because me and him, we do the messenger FaceTime. Ooh, boy. Oh my gosh. I like ham on pizza. I never order it with ham, but I like it on it. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I have got to get me some pizza Saturday. I might actually invest in a Red Baron. I haven't had a Red Baron pizza in a long time. I'd stopped that when I was doing the Ray Down. Oh, okay. Okay, well, so I guess so because see, hubby goes to work. He's got to be at work at 11. He gets up about 9 or 9:30. And I'm wanting to give my son time to talk to me because my son likes to talk at least an hour. But I like to have at least up to 2 hours for the streams in case we get into good conversation and a good crowd on the chat. So I guess I'll just try to make it 5 o'clock every day. And as soon as you can get to it, Julian, just hop right on in. That way, if my son wants to call, he's got a good time to call, and I can still have the last hour or two with my hubby. Okay, that's no problem. I'll let my son know about that. He doesn't call me every day, but I'll let him know about that if he wants to call on Saturday. Maybe I can get him to call sooner or something. Rich hubby doesn't go into work on Saturday night, so yeah, they'll work. You too, Mark. Enjoy that pizza. Give little Reagan a kiss on the forehead for me. Julian, Nicole done it. She did it again. Poor little Ian had said he loves to read, so we asked, what does he like to read? And he had put that he likes reading the Divergent series. And Nicole deleted his message. She didn't time him out, but deleted it by accident. And he was so afraid that he had said something wrong. And we tried to reassure him that it was a mistake, and Nikki was apologizing up and down. No, it was an accident. She was trying to go look at his profile and ended up hitting the prompts for removing and all that. And finally, we got her to blame it on the phone. That way she wouldn't blame it on her fingers. I felt so sorry for Ian. He like, I'm sorry if I said something wrong. I told Nikki I don't want to take her wrench away, but I will if she starts up again. I will. I'll take that wrench. I hate to do it to her, but at least she didn't time him out. That's a plus. He reminds me a lot of Mitchell. He does a whole lot, whole lot. He is one special kid. He's only got one video and 3 subscribers. So he's just beginning. And I hope so very much that his channel grows. He is nice. He's polite and so smart. And as Mark had said, because we was talking about how polite and respectful he seems, and Mark said that it's hard to even find that in this new generation like that. And it is. It's rare. So I think he may end up being a regular. He really enjoyed being on again today. So that would be great. Yeah, I don't know. Some people really doesn't know how, or maybe that's what he preferred. Maybe that's all that he wanted to give. The one sad thing is people really picks on younger people, and I think sometimes they choose avatars that makes them look a little older or something. It's a harsh world to young YouTubers. Very, very hateful. I think he's going to get far though. I think he is. He's going to have to continue producing videos unless he's not all that serious about his channel. Oh, I doubt very much that anyone ever would. I've tried using just cool pictures for my avatar, and it's all right for a background, but not for the avatar. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good picture of her and Mark, though, even if you do just see part of their face. It's pretty good, though. You get a small idea of what they look like. Well, a little bit I can see of her, she kind of reminds me of somebody that I just met this year. I wonder if I'm going to get any more coming into the stream. I might or might not. No, no, not with just seeing the right eye, unless it's the left eye and the camera reversed it. I still think it's a pretty cool avatar, though. I think it's pretty cool. Did you catch Hin's video where he was so happy to make it to 50? I'm assuming they might be in their like around mid 30s, if not younger. He's a cute kid, isn't he? I'm still yet to watch the video on what disorder he's having to deal with. I didn't even bother to watch that yet. I was so busy trying to figure everything out that y'all have given me and got so busy I forgot to actually watch anything. I did subscribe, I just forgot to watch. So I'm going to go back and watch that. Huh. Hmm. He doesn't have that much info on his Facebook page unless he's updated it. I couldn't even find it at first. If he hadn't have befriended me, I wouldn't have been able to find him. But when I'd looked, he really didn't have any information yet. And he said a couple weeks ago, so. Hello, Don. All right. I'll be watching for that. I look forward to that. You, okay. Well, why are you retracting? What are you doing, Julia? Anyway, you keep up with John, don't you? With the fasting fat man? Oh, okay, I see. Well, they're gone anyway, but no, the tape measure doesn't. Sure doesn't. Which, talk about tape measure, I'll update you. And weighing myself this morning, 75.1, so that's 1 pound and 3 ounces back up. But I measured my waist, and in 11 days, I've lost almost an inch off of my waist. And in the same amount of days, I've lost 2 quarters on my lower belly. So don't bother me none about those scales. I like what the tape measure shows. Yeah, I can understand you retracting those. Now, if Mark had been here, that'd been different. Hello, Cray. Yeah, I remember you from yesterday. How are you? Thank you, Dawn. Um, no, I'll just wait and watch your video, and I'll find out from there. But anyway, do you keep up with the fasting fat man, John? Now, I've seen some familiar names on the comments, and it seems like I saw you, or you talked about him one. Well, I'm in my 40s. That's about all that I'm going to tell you. I'm in my 40s. I'm a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 1. Did, did you watch his news video? I think he just posted it today, or at least a few hours ago. I saw what he's down to now. I think John's doing an awesome job with his weight loss. Very awesome. I know that. I'm talking to Don here about the fasting fat man. He's on the keto diet. He done what, 150 days on a water fast. I think it's 150 days, pretty sure. And now he's doing keto OMAD. I think he's doing awesome. He's looking great. No, it's no problem. It's no problem. He just wanted to know why that you said your name was Cray again. But you didn't make no trouble. You're okay. You're fine, Cray. No, you're not a problem. I promise. You're all right. You're welcome to stay. I take it that you like a foreigner. Are you an American foreigner or are you from another country? Because your English is broken up like a foreigner. Where are you from, Cray? Kind of reminds me of how a French person talks. I welcome all kinds of cultures here. I love different cultures. I get fascinated by different people. I used to live in Houston, and one time I went into a store, and there was Asians, and there was Muslims, and some Spanish, and they all was speaking different, had different accents and languages, and it was beautiful. Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I am actually starting to look my age. But my granddaughter's only 9. My oldest is getting ready to turn 28. Hidden, hello, buddy. Once again, congratulations on that. And that was a good video. That was one good way to explain how excited you were. Just show all the different clips of your excitements. That was a good video. I'm looking for your channel to really grow. You know, Reva's trying to figure out how old you are, Hidden. So how old are you? I'm thinking you're about 12 or 13. Am I right? We've got a good little group of young people that comes in. Nice little group. No, I'm not. Took a long time for me to realize that I'm somebody. I used to put myself down all the time. And as far as it goes for age, I am. I'm starting to show it. Not very much, but some. But I'm one of those kind of people that I look forward to growing old every year. I'm not one of those that puts myself down for looking old. I like aging. I don't have a problem with it. I think age is beautiful. You're welcome. Would you please share with us where you're from? If you're an American or a foreign American or what country you're in? Like I said, I welcome all nationalities. People really do interest me. It's kind of proper, isn't it? That's kind of proper. Appreciate one's existence. I need to start saying that to you guys. I appreciate all of your existence. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart because I do. I appreciate every one of your guys' existence. Of course, everybody's got a right to their own privacy. If you don't want to share where you live or what nationality you are or how old you are, Bordeaux. Okay, am I pronouncing that right? Bordeaux? I have no clue. I've never even heard of the place. Ah, I thought that was a French type of speaking. I thought so. I love the language of France. When the language is spoken, when it's not English but French, I love it. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, but the way that you do your sentences, the way that you type them out, it's very much how the French talk. I love it. I love it. I don't have a problem with that. No, you're fine. Like I said, I love it. I kind of thought so though, because I know the French always ends with a no and a yes. Yes meaning no and no meaning yes. So, yeah. But I love it. I don't have a problem with that. You're good. You're fine. I find people to be very interesting with their languages and their accents, the way they speak, how they sentence things and stuff. I find it interesting. Awesome. So that makes two people I know who lives in Maine now. All American Grandpa lives in Maine as well. Are you still on here, Hidden? I don't know if I still have Hidden or not. I just stopped in. Oh, okay. Personally, I've never tried it, so I wouldn't know. Oh, cool. And then you moved back to Maine? I've heard that Maine is actually a very beautiful state. I've never been there personally. No, I sure don't. I actually live in Texas. Why, I've got a New York accent. I can almost talk any type of accent. Almost. I was once told I had a German dialect, but I don't think so. Oh, I get him plenty. I understand what he's saying. No, you're fine, Crayonist. He's one of those, he asks a lot of questions. He likes understanding things. He likes knowing. So why did you think I live in New York? Do I have a New York accent? Oh, I understand. I understand. I don't like anybody who belittles and bullies either. Julian's just a very curious person. He asks tons of questions. No, you're just very curious. You always ask a lot of questions. I guess some people gets a little bothered by that, but I don't mind the questions. I don't mind them at all. That's how you get to know somebody. It is a good question, though. What makes anyone think that I'm from New York? I didn't know that I had a New York accent. I don't think I look New Yorkian. I don't know. We might have lost a few. I don't even know if Don's still on here. He didn't say anything else about the fasting fat man. Oh no, 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 no. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. And it's perfectly okay for you to have an assumption or predict, That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't make you dumb. You don't have the knowledge maybe, but not having knowledge of something doesn't make a person dumb. That just means that they just simply don't know. It's just that simple. But no, that's not because you're dumb. I'm actually more central of the United States. I'm West Central. So I was born in Ohio though, so I wasn't too very far from the eastern border. Wasn't too far at all. Matter of fact, I lived on the edge with the West Virginia, Pennsylvania area. Okay. Thank you very much, Cray. I appreciate you coming in. Do you think we still have Hen and Don? There's not been any answer from Hen. Might not ever know how old he is or his name. Don might be eating or something. Well, no, he said that he was uploading, so that might be what it is. Now, Don said that he was uploading a video, so I'd say right now that's what he's doing. He's concentrating on getting that video uploaded, so I can understand that. And I'm thinking he might be kind of keeping like his age and his name out of it because for his own protection where he is a kid. And I don't blame him for that. That's perfectly okay. Oh, wow. I'd say you are hungry then. Well, that's fine because this has been an hour and a half. So I'm glad that you made it in, though. And I will definitely make sure to keep up with the 5. And I'll try to start streaming at about 9 Saturday. That way, that gives you plenty of time. So anyway, thanks so much for making it in, Julian. You have a great evening, buddy. Enjoy your meal.